Hello, my friends. Well, I did it. I had my first ever stealth camping in an unfamiliar neighborhood in a large city experience last night, and I think I survived. I'm still here. It wasn't as scary as I thought it would be because I was smart about it. I scouted out my spot during the daylight. I am kind of on a side street butted up next to the freeway, which in a lot of cities tends to be where homeless people live. I found the golf course, which is where I usually go to look first because they tend to have money and their houses are nicer. They usually have an HOA and neighborhood watches, and that is definitely the case here where I'm at right now. I drove around and saw a lot of signs that said no parking except with a permit. So I just kept kind of following that street until those signs stopped happening. And then I looked around. There's no signs that say no parking. There's a lot of cars parked along the side street here by the houses. So I pulled in around 11:30 p.m. last night, well after dark, and found the street light and parked under that. And then I just left my dome light off and I did not mess around on my phone. I just sat there in the dark for about 10 minutes. And then instead of getting out of my driver's side, coming around, opening the side and getting in, I crawl through the front and passenger seat to the back so that nobody sees me go out or in, and it just looks like a car that has parked there and nobody is the wiser. So then I put on my black hoodie, put my hoodie over my head, crawled into my sleeping bag, pulled my covers up around my face, and pretty much can't see me once I do that, unless you're poking your nose up against the window and peering inside. But on the sides and the back, you can't see in any way because my window covers are covered with black fabric, and it is impossible to see through that unless you are a superhero and you have X-ray vision, which I have not run into any of those yet, but you never know. It could happen. And hopefully I'm not wearing my granny panties at the time, and hopefully he's hot. I had a lot of anxiety going into last night. The stealth camping that I had done previously over the last year or so has been in neighborhoods that were nearby my friends and family, or I had someone with me, and it wasn't scary. This is me out here on the road by myself, and there's not anyone in any house around me that will come running out to save me if something goes wrong. But I do feel a lot more safe in a neighborhood like this than I do at a rest stop, because chances are that if I push the panic button on my key fob because I hear somebody trying to break in, somebody around here is going to be curious and want to know why that car alarm is going off and will come out and see what's happening. And more than likely the people who live in these homes are good people, and they would come and help. At a rest stop, it's kind of more intimidating for me because I don't know who is pulling up next to me. I don't know if there's an axe murderer in a vehicle waiting to chop me up into little bits and leave me on the side of the freeway. In this neighborhood, there are obvious children's toys, playground equipment. It's generally a family kind of filled neighborhood, and I feel a lot safer here. Please don't worry about me being safe. I am actually a very smart person, and I pretty much don't want to die, so I am taking precautions. I am checking out my locations. I am being smart about how I get in and out. I have a safety net where I have a few friends, including my sister, who are able to see me live on Google Maps wherever I go. So anytime I move myself with my phone, I get a message from my sister telling me where I am, as if I didn't know. So I do have a few people who are following me and keeping track of my location, and so they can see where I am at all times. I just know that once this video comes out, I'm going to get even more messages because I am actually going to show you the neighborhood where I'm staying, and red flags are going to go up for people, but I do want you to know that I took the time to find a safe spot, and please don't worry about me. Anyways, thanks for listening to me ramble and coming along with my journey, and leaving me comments. Say hello. You know what time it is. It's time to dance. Stay weird, friends.